This is R16.
I forgot your charging cable again.
Oh, well.
Man,
I buy like a new one.
what do you think he has done with his electronics? They have just been dead for the last 3 weeks. Welcome to another episode of the American Beer Review Podcast.
Good times with good friends requires good beer. Lucky for us, we know how to pick all three.
We're a group of friends who grew up in the Pacific Northwest, giving us a jump start on our craft beer journey.
Join us today while Brian... I pride myself on not getting to know other people, so do not put that on me.
Alec. So the bananas up until like the 60s were an entirely different species of banana.
And Chad. It hit me like a wrecking ball.
Review some beer, talk about beer topics, and whatever else comes up. We invite you to pour yourself a drink and hang out with us.
I purposely held on to it. 3 weeks. It's been 2 months. Or
it's not that long. It's a month.
It's a month. It's a month.
Like a month right now. Like it's literally a month.
I just bought a new phone. I said, fuck it. I just bought it.
Every time the battery goes dead.
The other one's, fuck it. First world problems. I don't have my iPhone charger. I just buy a new iPhone. Verizon makes it easy now.
My wife into at least downloading the podcast, and then the other day she was like, I'm actually listening to all of them, and I was like, yeah, I guess that's good. I think we're okay.
They only count downloads.
Did she like and subscribe?
I'll have to double check. I think she already was subscribed. I don't know if we know that.
Could she perhaps throw a review on Spotify? Because right now
nobody uses Spotify.
Well, I'm the only 5-star review on Spotify. It feels a little dirty.
Yeah.
I can go on Spotify.
I don't use Spotify. No, as I say, our followers that I know of are my wife, my sister, my brother-in-law, and 2 people I used to work with.
And I think Chad's brother listens every once in a while.
Was for a while. I don't know. I feel like he gave up on us.
Shout out to our Tulsa of followers.
Right?
We see you.
I forgot there was something else I was going to say about that, and then I just spaced on it now.
Well, it's fine because we're not drinking pickle beer.
We are not drinking pickle beer.
We are drinking berries. I genuinely tried to find a berries and cream sour, but we only have berries.
This is Chad paying reparations to you.
Yes.
For making you drink pickle beer.
But I feel like I paid those when I did the Instagram post where I shot pickle juice, drank the beer, and then ate.
It was very solid.
It was like the second or third
amount of spicy. I did not want that many spicy pickles on the fork, but I had one take to do it. So it was like I stuck the fork in. Oh shit, that's too many pickles. Fuck it, let's go. I did it. The rest is history.
It was the second or third time where I was like, wait a second, what just happened in all of that?
There's like 5 minutes of video I threw away because there was I almost threw up. It was almost too much pickle.
So Alex pouring this beer, and I shouldn't have been surprised, but
this Berliner Weiss,
the color already. Okay, so that's what it is.
It is a Berliner Weiss.
Yep. So this is Wild Barrel Weiss mixed berries.
And Weiss is like a series they have.
Oh, okay.
So
there's a mixed berries.
Kind of like how we did the Humble Forager Sunrise.
Oh yeah.
So there's a Weiss mixed berries.
I still think of, and I think my sister asked about that was it the Sunrise series that we did?
Yeah.
That's the one that I was like, man, I could drink this.
That's the one I stole and had for a breakfast beer. Yeah. So this is a sour Berliner Weiss style ale with blackberries and strawberries at a much more manageable 5.6% alcohol.
Yeah, coming off of our double.
Wild Barrel Brewing Company in San Marcos, California.
Chad, where is San Marcos, California?
It's in California.
It's a suburb of San Diego, right? Just like everything else in California?
Yeah, basically.
I have no idea where it's at.
I went and looked, and this is they kind of like have a restaurant/brewery empire going on.
Do they?
Yeah. When you pop on their website. So it's kind of a big... I got it wasn't Cheesecake Factory vibes, but like a Marie Callender's. Have you seen those restaurants?
Yeah.
Do they exist still?
Oh, no, but I mean, they have like a series. These guys have like a series of restaurants and whatnot, and they also make beer. I couldn't quite find a page to do a deep dive on the science behind the vice, the reasoning, but
yeah, I didn't research this one.
I had to get a non-pickle sour, and I found a non-pickle sour on Tavour.
So the labels, it's showing blackberries and strawberries. It looks like a tablecloth almost.
Oh yeah,
just that printed pattern logo, like you went to Wild Barrel restaurant.
I did have. I was letting you guys go for a minute, but I had to. I mean,
look it up. Do your research.
No, at its extent, San Marcos actually is a suburb of San Diego.
Is it?
It's nice. Like east of Carlsbad.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, it's up there a bit, but like, I mean,
if you call Carlsbad San Diego, then you could.
I mean, I'm sure there's some people do, but like,
is it better than me calling Los Angeles San Diego?
Yeah.
Well, it's El Segundo, which is a suburb of LA.
Yes. This is more like this would be. I mean, like
it's like calling Auburn Seattle.
Yeah, you could probably. It's probably about that. I mean, you could consider Auburn a like suburb of Seattle.
Yeah,
at its furthest extent.
Yeah,
but that's kind of what I mean. So
I think it's only recently that Tacoma's been not considered a suburb of Seattle.
I mean, they were the second largest city in the state for an extended period of time, and the airport has Tacoma in the name.
But now, when like I travel outside of Washington, I can tell people, "Oh yeah, I'm south of Tacoma," and they go, "Oh, I know what that is." It used to always have to be, "Oh, I'm."
You didn't follow up with like the home of Bing Crosby?
No, they're like Bing who? Bing cherries? What?
There is a bunch of these Weiss beers. So a lot of different styles. Seems like all fruited Berliner Weiss.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I was trying to say this earlier. The color, I don't know why. I shouldn't have been shocked. The color shocked me when you poured it.
Oh, it's like dark red.
Yeah.
Like cherry red.
Like
cherry red with a touch of purple.
Like a fruited, like a dessert wine almost. Like fruited, dark colored fruit wine.
I was going down with watered down Welch's grape juice for those 90 kids.
Oh,
90s kids out
there. I want more of this.
All right.
Right.
But like,
I'll pass it.
This is perfect for like instead of a seltzer.
Yep.
On a sunny day, I would much rather have this.
Absolutely. There's way more flavor.
Yes. But still, like, I mean, for some of them are 4s, but some of them are 5s. This is 5.6%.
Right.
Gives me that good fruit flavor. It is hint of sour. Just like, and it's honestly just the sour, I feel like, from the berries.
I'm going to steal a little from
you.
Yeah, you top yourself off.
Yeah, thank you.
From you.
It's just almost like just the natural sour from berries, not like
doesn't feel like they added any vinegar to get the pH to where they want it.
A Berliner Weiss isn't always like overly like. It's not one of those like we've had some sours where you're like, oh, good lord,
they went in and adjusted the taste. This feels like they just put everything in, fermented it out, and we're done. They added their lactobacteria to get the Berliner Weiss dialed in to get that little bit of sour.
This is one that categorizes as sour, but I could probably talk my dad into having more than like
this is more
an
tart.
ounce.
This is more tart than sour.
Yeah, like it's from like almost just the fruitiness of it.
I just took a handful of berries and just shoved them in my face, and like I'm kind of getting that.
That is not see through at all.
No, it's deceptively not clear.
Yeah, that I mean,
but a great sip. That's a clean sip.
Boozy fruit juice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean that's.
Going off the Welch, I was almost like this is almost like watering down Welch's grape juice to me in my head. But this tastes the fruit flavor in this is light years beyond what you could get in the Welch's grape juice. But that is the thing firing in my head because there's very little carbonation, which sets it off from the seltzers.
Right.
Like once a seltzer goes flat,
fizz.
Yeah, when a seltzer goes flat, it's toast. But this, there wasn't a ton of carbonation in it, but it didn't need it because it's just so.
Which is ironic too, because I really enjoy this flavor, but also part of me is like, how could I make this like a boozier cocktail also? Because like this would almost be like a legit like decent base for throwing like
this over ice with a splash of vodka.
I mean that's
or champagne even a little bit.
Yeah, because I was even because that actually would probably be better. Because like I was thinking like, well, maybe I need to add a little bit of seltzer, just clean straight seltzer water, and then like a splash of something. Yeah. But yeah, like honestly, this and some champagne actually would be
pretty good.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I just need to have a bottle of champagne,
just always ready to go,
so we can try it live.
We don't record at my house. I have a 3-month-old opened bottle in the fridge that I could have.
You have a 3-month-old opened bottle?
Yeah, it's one that we never finished. Something, and
you throw those away at the end of the night.
It was like, I'll get back to this in the next couple days, and then.
No, champagne's good for like the day.
Yeah, it's still there. Do not open that.
No, we don't need bubbly.
Cooks.
Do not open that.
Spider webs on it.
Yeah. Oh, it's like everything in my wine. When your wife is mainly the main person who drinks wine,
and then stops drinking,
and she's very pregnant,
right?
Yeah, our wine collection has just been dormant for a while, just sitting there. So, I'm a big fan of this one.
Yeah, as far as sours go that we've tasted, is this your top?
Probably. There was one. I mean, we talked about like that. Was it Oakshire that did the cucumber one? That I just wanted it in one of their other flavors,
which is what Chad went and did. I mean, basically, not from Oakshire, but
yes,
we did two in a row that you hated.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of this one. This is
top. Kill this, Thor.
Oh, sure, why not?
You're at home.
The sun's out. It's hot.
Yeah, that's this. I'm trying to think of all the times that I would have this. It's perfectly fine. I think this is a great post-mowing beer. This is a great during mowing beer. This is a sitting by the pool or the kiddie pool with your kids beer. This is...
Well, because I think this one would also warm up fine.
Yeah.
It'd warm up and flatten out fine.
Yeah.
Because if this sat for an hour or something at room temperature, it's still going to taste real good.
Yeah. I'm not going to test that out, but I think I'd believe you in that.
We don't have enough to test it out. I mean, we're down to about half a glass a piece. But
I think the idea, though, that it being outside, being at like above room temperature, sitting in a glass or doing something, like...
It's still got enough tartness to be refreshing.
Mm-hmm. Before we go in fridge... How many stars out of 5 would you guys give this on Tavour? Because I'm rating all the beers we get off the Tavour. Drops. So I went through and did
re-rated everything.
Yeah. What? Okay. A. What do you think the average rating on Tavour is right now for this beer?
I gotta imagine if you're ordering beers off Tavour, you're gonna skew high.
I would give, and
we've got 1,200 reviews on this.
Oh wow!
Right,
I would give that like more credence than the scores on Untapped, because I alone I put a score I feel bad scoring a pickle beer on Untapped because it's like, should I have drank it? No, because I know I'm not gonna like it.
Right.
But did I drink it anyways? Yes, and so like you could put a score on, but So I think the Tavour people are a little more intentional
on what they're purchasing. They're buying things they know they're gonna like.
Compared to just Joe Schmo, who's like, tastes like beer, 2 stars. Like, I mean, it's got to be close to 4 at least.
I think it's above a 4, and I would probably put this at a 4.25.
That's would be what I put it at for.
Nice, because that's all 3 of us. 4.25.
I think that's what I'm going to put it at on Untapped.
What is their rating at?
The rating is 4 even as of right now.
Okay. All right, so we skewed it a little with 1.
On with 1,570 ratings on Untapped.
Okay.
4.06.
So we're right in there.
Yeah. So I think it's actually, I mean, that means a lot of people are still hitting above 4 on it. To average a 4 on Untapped, like,
it's pretty good.
That's actually pretty legit.
And the thing I noticed, it's tough for ratings because it's not ratings in a class of beer. It's just straight
overall.
It's just overall.
Yes.
Like if I was rating this against other sours, it'd be higher, but you have to rate it on, this is 1 out of 5 on the beer you're drinking. And sometimes it feels unfair, but.
Yeah. Well, and that's the way that, like, what I've noticed is that it turns out, what are all of my beers above 4 or close to 5s? Oh, it turns out it's like a barrel-aged boozy stout that's got like some cool vanilla chocolate blah 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 in it, because it's just like
there's a lot more going on. It's a higher caliber beer than
there's a lot more money going into it, that's for dang sure. Yep. But to hit me, like, if I drink an IPA and I'm giving it a 5,
oh, it's stellar IPA.
Yeah, it's like, this is all timer, I mean, so it's I'm a big fan of it. I think it's a good beer. I think it doesn't push away people who I don't like sours. Like, I think that it's one that you'd be like, hey, no, but try this. But give them a small, don't give them a full tall boy of it.
No.
Give them a little bit to kind of work through. But it's I think it could be a good gateway one. I mean, people who are not that into beer, period, actually might
where I was going to
kind of into this.
It'd be interesting if we had the captain here today and somebody who's a macro first.
I wonder what his thoughts would be.
Is this too much fruitiness going on?
I bet
in the flavor.
Here's my
do your impression.
Okay. Ready.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'd keep a can in the fridge, for the other people, and I drink what I have, but it's just not for me. I'll drink the.
I think you nailed it.
I need you to sit 2 feet back from the.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was too close to the microphone. I was.
That's a beer fridger.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, just because it's sour and it's.
But I would buy a pack. I would have that. I need a giant fridge at this point.
I also don't think it's a seasonal beer fridger, because we've put a clarification on it. Like,
That's
this
true.
is a summer beer. I think, and especially a little splash of champagne in here. This could be a good holiday beverage.
Thanksgiving.
Right. Thanksgiving, Christmas, when you got people in town.
Yeah, like when people are drinking wine, honestly.
Yep. Oh, and you'll fit right in. You could throw this in a wine glass with some bubbles in it.
That is the other great thing about not having the carbonation in it. It's an undercover.
Not that it's not carbonated. It's just not like as...
You're not getting a big foamy head on it.
It's not as punchy of like a crisp lager.
Seltzer or something like that. But yeah, you could throw this in a wine glass, mill around a party, and nobody would even look twice at you.
No. I'm 2 thumbs up from this guy.
Beer fridge?
Oh, yeah, beer fridge, sorry.
I would beer fridge it as well, with the caveat, this would also be a top tier, S tier
sour
cooler beer.
Oh,
for like going camping or just out in the wild, or if you can smuggle beer into a concert.
This would be a great one to bring when you're going with another group, like a big group. You bring a 4-pack of this, like camping, and just throw it in the cooler. I mean, make sure you get one at least, but like to kind of like
share.
Yeah.
If you're doing an all day drinking thing, this would be a great morning starter as well.
Also,
unless you're like me and start with an IPA.
Yeah, always. Yeah,
don't do that. All right. Well, our glasses are deliciously empty.
Yeah, so good.
Hopefully yours are too, and we'll catch you next time.
It's super faint.
No, it's not. It's a mic buzz.
Oh, it is.
Somebody fixed it. It's good. We're good. Yeah. Nobody touch anything.
I'll be right.
Nobody breathe. Nobody breathe.
What beer are you getting? All right,
he's getting a beer.
Oh, we're gonna get Wild Chad by the end of this today.
If you enjoyed what you just heard, like and subscribe, follow on social media at ABR Review, and tell a friend. Send us any suggestions for beers to review, and we'll do our best to track them down and give them a taste.